Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you focus into the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dharma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to ourselves to be very clear with the practice we keep doing. So especially when it comes to meditation, it is very important for yourself to have very clear understanding why you want to practice meditation. And once you become very clear with the why, then the next step, you can be very clear with how. So then again and again, you have to look into yourself. So when it comes to meditation, and as you know, there are mainly, we practice two mental cultures, tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation. So tranquility meditation is tranquilize our mind, calm down our mind and bring our mind to one pointness. And vipassana meditation, analytical, critical development of our mind, and it give a deeper, clear understanding to recognize how things come to be as they are. What are the things means inside, outside, both. All the objects, and more than the object, it gives very clear understanding regarding our form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition. So that means deeper inner experience. So when it comes to both this meditation from the beginning, to develop the tranquility meditation, we need the primary mental object. It's a viewpoint. So in front of our nose and upper lip area is the viewpoint, and from there we're going to recognize the view or the object, our own inhalation and exhalation. So the viewpoint and the view. And it gives a deeper, little by little understanding. the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation. And at the same time, it takes us to understand the condition of the mind and the condition of the body and the very behavior of this body, mind, and the breathing. The causation or the cause and effect, interdependency. And when it comes to Vipassana level, we have to remember, we have to look into in what condition we practice this all. So rather than the outside object, you have to look into yourself and see the very nature, the very behavior of your mind or the experiencer. It's kind of like this. In tranquility meditation, you observe the viewpoint or the view. In Vipassana meditation, you recognize the point of view, that deeply from yourself. Subject point, and from where this comes, the very behavior of it. And then by the time, rather than rejecting or dropping any part of this both, at the same moment, if you can develop your awareness to recognize the view and the viewpoint, and at the same time point of view, object, the mental object, and the subject, observer and the object, the both together. In that very level, you will experience this is a kind of like something that's always happening. So there's no doing part. So more and more, if you are capable to see the happening part rather than reducing this doing part, then you will see this all moment by moment happens. So then how we can come with the doing part? Only thing that you have to be very careful, you have to be conscious. So that is the very major point that you have to do. That is where the doing part comes. But the thing is, you neglect that, and if you don't become conscious and do other all things, what will happen? It doesn't bring the right result to us. Even it brings the right result, if you are not conscious, maybe you will recognize it as a wrong result. So the being conscious is the only action that you have to do. And out of that, all other actions become perfect. When you are not conscious, all the blessings can become curse. When you are conscious, all the curse you can transform to blessing. So then, always look into you and see the very nature and the condition of the mind. So the mind always governs with the thoughts. So your mind is like, this is how it is. Your thought can transform to different levels. Sometimes it can become a very dark, dangerous jungle. and the same trees, same landscape, same environment, we can transform to a public park. So when it comes to that public park, all the trees, the rivers or the mountains, that everything maintain and clean properly, and put the footpath and for people to be more comfortable. But when it comes to a jungle, the same thing, unorganized. So the clear mind is kind of like that you transform the jungle to public park. So at least not for others, to be comfortable yourself within your own thoughts. So because that is a bigger problem today. People are not comfortable with their own thoughts. So if you are not comfortable with your own thoughts, how you can make other people comfortable around you? Because invisibly, knowingly or unknowingly, that your own inner nature start to transform to that people. You can't hide it. Maybe you can cover it, you can cover that your inner nature, and then you can look like nice, but it doesn't work. When you be with other people, invisibly the mind to mind start to connect. The energy start to exchange. So then your inner nature start to transform to that. So then always look into yourself and keep your mind clear. Make it kind of like a very nice garden. Don't make it kind of like a jungle. So when it comes to that, how we can make it more, how we can more organize it. So it is today we are going to bring different kind of tools to work in day-to-day life. So there, there is a word called suggestions. Sometimes you suggest. So suggest is one deeper meaning is what you hold deeply, what you are comfortable deeply, what you connect deeply is another way called suggest. So then sometimes you give opinions to others. Oh, I suggest this. So that's mean that there is some idea already in you, you are transforming it. It's not maybe you telling, oh, this should be like this. You give your opinions. But before you give it to other people, invisibly what happens, you start to hold it. What you suggest to others already there in you. That's the very key point you have to understand. So then how about what you suggest to you? Because when you do little activities in day-to-day life for your own comfort, it comes out of your own inner suggestions. So one is suggestion of authority. How much you know yourself to take decisions regarding you. So you have to look into that and see the capacity of that. Are you responsible for you? And do you have some capacity to take that responsibility? Suggestion of authority. It's about you, your own bodily, verbally, mentally actions, and more than that, you have authority to take conscious decisions. So you have to suggest that, not somebody else, but most of time others suggest for us to do something. And sometimes when we sleep, to wake up, somebody suggests, oh, it's time to wake up. So that means you lose the authority yourself. Time to go, time to stop, time to do, time to sleep, time to eat. When it comes from somebody, you have to remember you have no authority. So then deeply, it's that conventional is nothing wrong when it comes to family. But deeply, you have to remember, when you are alone yourself, what kind of authority that you carry within yourself to suggest for your own life, to do things in a kind of like a very secret way, what you do for you. So that's come out of suggestion of authority. So it is power of you. Look into that, tap into it, and take the fully responsibility. And work yourself to find it. Again and again, again and again. Overnight, you may not going to find that. There are a lot of things. You have the authority. So then yourself, take it, develop it. So the first one, suggestion of authority. So the second one, suggestion of association. That's very important. You are the one who suggests. It is your conscious decision. To associate people, associate things, a kind of like associate books, associate any kind of knowledge, associate any kind of skills. Bring the power of suggestion yourself. Look into that. Bring your own inner opinions. Bring your own inner ideas. Put into you. Suggest yourself what kind of things you need to associate, or what kind of things you have to take around you. And suggestion of habits. So look into yourself deeply. You want all your habits, knowingly or unknowingly, there is inner choice within you. You suggest that. That's why it is there. So then, if it is unprofitable, you can suggest all some kind of profitable things. So then sometimes we think it happens to us. No, it's not happening. You are deeply unconsciously maybe suggest that. So then all the habits Be conscious and suggest yourself. And when it comes to habits, look deeply. And there's nothing, we are not still like robot. We still governed by thoughts so far. And the fourth one is suggestion of repetition. So anything, whatever you repeat in your life, it not happen by mistake. It happened because unconsciously or deeply in your subconscious mind, you suggest that. And suggestion of imitation. We follow people. We follow things. We try to be like that. We want to be like that. We always try to imagine, imitate, always something in us. So it also come out of the suggestion. It's not happen itself. So only thing is these 5 suggestions. Suggestion of authority, suggestion of association, suggestion of habits, suggestion of repetition, and suggestion of imagination. Always remember to do it mindfully, because it's always going to happen in the conventional life. And be mindful. And look the point of view and at the same time viewpoint. So both you have to not to be biased to any part of or point of view or viewpoint. Don't be biased. Your consciousness independent from this both. And you bring your suggestions and put it to you to become more clear with more better awareness. So whatever the result in that very moment, accept it. Because that result will uplift your life to the next level. So moment by moment, move forward. So, and at the same time, by the time what happens, you are capable to suggest, not to interfere with your day-to-day bodily, verbally, mentally actions, but to be conscious. So meditation is a kind of like you suggest yourself to be conscious. So then, and you develop the ability of recognition by observing, not by thinking or not by doing something. You develop the ability of recognition by observing. So then, when it comes to observe, sometimes you have to look into the, from the beginning, you have to look into the very point of view and not the point. So then how we can apply that principle to our meditation today? So as you know, so far, most of time, we bring our attention in front of our nose and upper lip area, and from the beginning, deeply inhale, exhale 3 times. And there is your primary mental object. So it is your view. You get it, you make it happen, you get it and you be with it. But today, we are not going to do that. We just simply focus our mind in front of our nose and upper lip area and just be silent. But have the very clear, sharp mind and let the viewpoint happen. So you become with the point of view from the inside, from your mind, and you observe sharply, thoroughly, deeply, but let your view to arise. Like when you watch the sunrise or sunset, you are far away from it, you just watching and allowing let it to happen, and you are accepting it. So now you observe in front of your nose and upper lip area and allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen, and then try to catch the sensation and see, can you let it happen naturally itself? And can you find that? Look it from very different angles and see. But most of time you have to be more relaxed, comfortable, silence, not to move, simply just observing and wait. And then when it happened, you recognize maybe the very next moment. So suddenly the mind want to happen the same way, but it's not going to happen maybe. It may happen from different ways. But somehow you wait moment by moment, but keep your mind very clear. So you are not allowing, you are not trying to make the breathing happen, but you try to catch when it happens and recognize it and be with it. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck, head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So scan head to toes yourself and say Sopateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. And as I mentioned from the beginning, just allow it to happen itself. And just keep your fully attention. Bring my attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavatachamehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunjatu. Bless you.